it's Mike.
And Ravin.
And we're about to continue our campaign for Frosthaven on mission 1 now, a town in flames.
Yes.
And we set up a little mapping area now because we're basically going into the town and it's on fire.
Yeah.
So we got this town area set up. And we are using some models to represent others. So the city guard, we have a model there to represent the city guard.
Yep.
We're going to get some new Yetis basically to do the Algox guys too, but we did got that guy for the guard.
Cool.
We start back there. And we already picked our battle goals, so Raven's going to show her one.
So that's mine.
And my one is that one, so that should be interesting. So Raven's just going to lead the story for this mission, and we'll get ready.
The sounds greet you first, muffled metallic pangs, a voice howling. It's difficult to make anything out with the wind rushing past your ears, but you'd know that tune anywhere. There's a fight up ahead. But a fight means people, and if there are people, then the town must be close. You hear more, a scream, a crash of steel against stone, a deep, earthy growl. You're running now. Your legs are wasted from the hike. Your shoulders ache from your gear, but the sounds are close now, and up ahead you see gauzy orange light blooming in the air. With one last push, you round the final bend in the trail, and you see it, Frosthaven, engulfed in flames. Great petals of fire burst from windows and crawl over roofs. People stream from the town's ruined gates, their faces bent in panic. A moment later, you see the object of their terror, a massive creature with 2 legs and 2 hulking arms, covered entirely in thick white fur, 3 gnarled horns crowning its head. Algox raiders, we're doomed, cried an elderly porter beside you. They're stronger than anything else alive. We've come all this way for nothing. As if to prove the point, the Algox you've been watching catches a fleeing outposter with one hand and hurls him backwards as if he weighed nothing. 10 days you've been hiking, 10 days, and this is what you find. You breathe out a thick plume of foggy air and hoist your weapon high. Time to get to work.
So the scenario goals for this one are what we have to do for this?
The scenario is complete when all the enemies in it are dead. At the end of that round, read 9.1.
The section links when door 1 is open, read 5.3. So we have this here as a door. When we open that, we'll see what's going on in the next zone over here. We'll read 5.3. And then the special rules, the city guards, so which is that guy right now, are allies to you and enemies to other monster types. City guards do not perform turns, but instead get an additional 1 shield instead of... No, it's just an incident 2. So they'll be at shield 2 now. So when they attack them, they can absorb 2 damage unless they have Pierce.
Right.
For 2 of 1, yeah, they said that. And 2 retaliate. So if someone attacks them, they retaliate for 2.
Okay.
And have initiative 50 for the purposes of focusing. So when they have to choose who they're targeting, they're initiative 50. But they don't draw a guard card.
All right.
Because the Algox guard is going to be using the guard deck anyway. Because there's a couple different types of guards. So.
Okay.
So we got the loot set up and all the cards are set up here. Initiative. So we'll get ready to play. So we'll pick up our cards and get ready to do initiative. So I picked those cards as my initiative, and you picked so you're going at 31, I'm going at 24.
Yes.
So now we'll draw the monsters card. This one's different from the tutorial where they had a set move. This one we got to see what the cards say. So Raven will just pick those. So for the archer, they're going at 56. Okay. The priest, they're going at 74, so we're looking good so far. And Hasty Assault, they're going at 30. So we'll set up the initiative and see who's going first. So that's initiative order. So I'm going to be going first. Then the guard, the city guard's just there for initiative order and targeting. Priest is going last.
All right.
So I have those 2 cards to play. The first one I'm going to do is Call to the Abyss. I'm not going to play my buff like I did last time, that every time we hit someone, if I hit someone, I put my marker on them, and when they die, they make a shadow.
Yeah.
I'm just going to create a shadow, place 1 shadow in a hex within 2.
Okay.
So I placed my shadow there. I didn't put it in his zone because the next card I'm going to play, since I have to occupy a space with the shadow, and if the shadow's on him because you can put them in their zone. I don't think I can occupy a space where he's in.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave the shadow there, and I'm going to play my next card. So for Fluid Knight, perform the attack as if you were occupying a hex versus shadow, which I put right next to the guard. Then remove the shadow. I put dark up, so I'm going to put dark on strong now. And I remove the shadow now. So I'll remove the shadow and I attack from there. So I'm doing starting 5. I got my experience 2 because the card gave me experience.
Cool.
And it's discarded. It's not thrown away. Raven's going to pick up my mod. -1, so it does 4 damage. The guard, where is he? Has 7 life. He doesn't have shield or anything, so he just takes 4 damage. And we'll put it on his number 2. So what number? We put the... He's number 3, so we'll put it on 3. So the guard gets to go now. What is the guard doing? So he gets to move +1 and attack -1.
Okay.
So his move is normally 3, so he's going to move 4. And his attack's going to be -1, so he's going to do 2 damage. So he's going to move towards the threat that hasn't gone yet. So he won't move to... He could move 1 up right next to... Right in the middle, so he's blocking both of us. But he attacks the person that hasn't gone yet. He's gone, so he's not going to attack me, so he's going to attack you. So he's going to go right... And the most productive for him would be to go right in between both of us. You would also do that if he attacks 2 people. You would move into a spot where he can attack the most people.
Okay.
So, that's him. And he's going to hit you for 2 damage. Okay. You don't have anything up yet. You started with 10 life, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're at 8 now? Mm-hmm. And that's his turn. So now it's over to your character. So what are you going to do first out of your cards?
I'm going to do the top half of Fortitude and do the 3 attack with Pierce.
Oh, he doesn't even have shield, so that would be a good move to do against the priest later on, because the priest has shield.
Yeah, well, if things hadn't played out how they were, I was going to move around him and try to attack the priest.
Well, that's up to you. You don't have to do the attack first. You can do your 4 move and then do the attack.
So I don't have to attack him because he's right in front of me? Like, I'm not locked in combat?
No, you're not locked in combat in this.
Okay.
There is moves later on that, like, you can get, what's it called? Immobilized, where you can't move. Lots of archers have that, where they pin you to the ground.
Yeah.
You're not immobilized. You're not locked in combat in this, so you can still move.
Okay, so then I'm going to move and attack the priest.
Okay.
If I can get close enough to him.
So, moving forward, you can't get over that log. The log is... not impassable terrain, it's dangerous terrain, so it's going to take 2 moves to get over.
Right.
So we can't get to the priest. That's rubble too. I think that's impassable terrain. So we can't go past that rubble.
Okay.
It just gets in the way. But the log we can cross over, but it takes 2 movement.
All right.
So you said you're just going to do your attack on the guard then?
Yes.
So it does 3 damage, pierce, and before applying any other bonuses, move the character token on. You don't have any of your buffs up yet, right?
No, not yet.
So that's a pretty good move.
Yes.
Oh, and that we did... modify your deck. You took out one of the level 1 ones, and that's an X one, because there's 3 in the box that you can decide if you want to add to it.
All right.
So you did take one out, and you did add that one.
Yep.
So you're going to go attack for free. What did you modify it by? ×2. Oh, you do 6 damage. Awesome. And then that little marker at the corner means you would reshuffle your modifying deck. So you don't have anything out yet, but just we'll shuffle that back up. You do 6 damage with Pierce. That would have been awesome on the... priest. You would have done Pierce, and you would have cut him down to like 1 hit point.
Yeah.
So that's a good move.
That's okay.
So you'll kill him, and then you said you're going to move 4?
Yes.
Okay. So you moved up 4, you left the loot token. You didn't want to stay behind and get it because you want to move forward.
No, yeah. Best to move forward.
And that priest is going to still target the guard because he isn't gone yet.
Yes.
But that archer is going to attack you.
That's fine.
But you said you want to do your...
I'm going to do my Amulet of Life, and I'm going to heal 1.
So you turn it to its side because it's not a one-time use, and you heal 1 life. So you're back at 9 now, right? So now it's the city guard turn. They're not doing anything, like I said. So he's just standing there with his big-ass spear.
Yep.
So now it's the archer's turn. So the archer's going to attack -1 damage, targeting 2 people at a range of 4. So it's in range of 4. He can't hit because he's not moving this turn. He can only hit you.
Yes.
So what we forgot to do is do the modifier for the guard when he attacked you. He did do 2 damage to you, but we have to draw his modifier to see if he did more damage to you.
Yes.
So we'll do that before... Oh yeah, that's your one. We'll do his modifier before. Oh, so that worked out in your favor then.
Yep.
So you would have only took 1 less damage. So your life is back at normal because you healed, and now you're at 10, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now we'll do the archer. So the archer is doing. We'll see what the modifier is. He's doing already -1. 0. So he's just doing -1 attack. That's the archer. So he's doing 2 damage to you. So you're back at 8 now, right?
Yes.
Now it's the priest. Priest is doing a -1 attack, a -1 move, +1 damage, target free. You are actually closer.
But I'm not a threat, though.
But the guard is already gone. I didn't see 2, right?
Oh, right.
So he is going to attack you.
Okay.
So you're going to get hit. I think you have heal cards too, right? You
I do.
some
I
in?
have a bunch of them.
Okay. So the priest is going to go. So he does 4 damage, pierce 2.
Yikes. Okay.
Okay, so what time? Oh, yeah, that's the one. The one. 4. So you take 4 damage.
Okay.
Ouch.
Yep.
So you're at 4 life now.
Yeah.
And at the end of turn 1, that's where we're sitting. So Dark would move down to waning. Waning. We're at round 2 now. And then we'll do initiative again. So I'm at initiative 34 with Forceful Spirits, and you're at 27
Yes.
with Vile Assault. So we'll draw the cards for what the enemies are doing. 44. Okay, we're still looking good there. 23, move and heal. Oh, the priest can heal itself.
Uh-oh.
And then that gets shuffled. We'll do that when it's their turn. Then their modifier deck gets reshuffled.
Okay.
Okay? We haven't damaged the priest yet, so that worked out. That would have sucked if you would have done that big attack and then he would have healed himself, right?
Yeah.
And another reshuffle. Psych up. No move, +1 damage, and buff itself. Okay.
The guard's gone, though.
Oh, okay. So we'll put that back. Because the guard's gone, you don't draw a card for him.
Yes.
And the guard that's on the board doesn't draw that card anyway.
Yes.
Okay, so we don't draw the card.
Yep.
So we'll do the initiative step, and it looks like the priest is going to go first. We got our initiative set up. Priest is going to go first. So he's not going to move. He's going to heal range of 3. No one else on the board has damage. If that guard was still up, he could have healed the guard.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to heal himself because he didn't take any damage. So that's his turn done.
Okay.
But we would reshuffle his modifier deck.
Okay.
So those are your cards. Oh, you got some self-heal and a move. So what
Yes.
did you plan? What's your plan?
Well, was going to move 2 and heal 2, and then I have a range 2 attack that does 2 damage.
And you could move the
So-
token on. You don't have any persistent abilities up
No,
there.
not at the moment. But it's just a matter of positioning at this point. I'm not sure where the best... I also don't know what you're doing.
Well, now we have our cards down. Now we can plan. I know when we set up, we can discuss, but not too much detail what we're doing.
Yeah.
But now once the card are laid, can you say what's going on?
Yeah.
But we already talked about it, not on film. I already told you I was planning to move up and attack from range.
Yes.
So I think we should focus fire. We've learned from other games, focusing fire on one target instead of splitting.
Yeah.
We should focus on one target first.
Okay.
So we know the priest a pain in the ass. Maybe we should try to get the archer off the board first. Because I'll still won't give you specifics. I still have enough range. I can attack both of them depending where you move.
Yeah.
So
that's what we're figuring out is positioning.
So if you want to move, you can move 2, and you could pick up that loot token, and then you get a loot 1, and then you can be right next to the person and still do your range 2. You could go after the archer, and then I can come for the archer too.
Okay.
And then
Sounds
we'll
good.
deal with the guard.
Yeah.
The priest.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to move 2. So you want to move on. You don't have to move 2 onto the loot. Okay, so we'll draw. Where did I put the loot cards? Do you want to pick the top one? You got some hide.
Cool.
And then you're going to do heal 2. So you'll go up to 6, right?
Yes.
And then the other card, you said you want to do 2 damage, range of 2. You can't move a persistent one, so you're going to do 2 damage to the archer?
Yes.
You have to do the modifier first. Let's see, right?
Oh, right. Okay.
So just straight 2 damage. The archer has no shield or anything, so it has 3 life left. And what number is that one on the standee?
3.
So it would go on the free one. Nice. And that's your turn. So I'm going to use my bottom of Eclipse to move 4. I was debating about putting shadows, or I can even put up a little shadow spirit. I have a summon too now.
Cool.
But I'm going to move forward 4 first. So for forceful spirits, I can target 2 people, a range of 2, so I'll be able to hit the guard and the archer.
The priest and the archer, you mean?
Yeah, priest and the archer. Yep. I can absorb dark. I wanted to use that dark up. I don't want it to go to waste.
Yes.
So it's going to be at 3 damage, and I get another experience.
Cool.
I'm going to attack the archer first.
All right.
So for 3 damage, Raven's just going to pick the modifier. 4 damage. Nice. That would have been good on the guard. On the, keep going guard. The priest, that would have been 2 damage, because 2 would have hit his shield, and he would have took 2 damage.
Right.
But I already said the archer. So the archer takes 4 damage. And it already had 2, right?
Yes.
So it's dead.
Awesome.
So now I'm going to attack that annoying priest. So Raven's going to pick the modifier. It's at 3 damage already. Come on, times 2. Oh, there's a stupid doll. So no damage.
Boom.
And I'll have to reshuffle my modifier deck.
Okay.
So now it would go to the archer, but we killed it. So the archer's done. So there, and this would go up. City guard isn't going. So that would go. And the guard's off the board. So that one's done too. So now it goes to round 3. There's nothing elements up, so we'll pick our initiative cards again. So we got our cards down. I got 28, you got 19. You're going to use one of your X throwaway cards, you said, right?
Yes, I am.
Arranged. And then I'm at 28. But I want to go before you because my Lingering Rot ability has poison, and I want you to get the most out of your attack.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tap my boots.
Cool.
During it, order of initiative, all ability cards have been revealed. Oh, we have to wait. So we revealed ours, but we still have to reveal his.
Yes.
And then I'll tap my initiative. I'm going to do it anyway, because I still want to go before you. So I'll tap my boots. And now I'm going at 18, because it's adding 10. So I'm actually going before you now.
Yeah.
So let's draw for the priest. What's the priest doing? 89. Is he healing again? -1 move. Heals all allies within range of 1 and
wow.
bless himself. So bless gives him the +2 damage card in the attack modifier deck.
Okay.
And that goes for all the people. So even though if he blesses himself, all the monsters that draw it has a chance to get it.
Yikes. Okay.
I think that's bless. It's been a while since I got that one.
Bless. Shuffle. Yep.
Yeah, you got it.
Attack modifier deck.
Yeah, these
are very helpful.
Yeah. So we are still going before him, though.
Yes.
So we'll do the initiative order. So that's the initiative order. So I'm going to go first. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move up 3 with Lingering Rot. And then with some range of 1, I can poison someone.
Cool.
So I want to go right up in his face because I still want to get the most out of my movement to push forward.
Yes.
And we know he's healing this turn, so I don't care if I'm right up in his face.
Yeah.
And then we know you're attacking from range, so I'm not going to hinder you from punching him in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. So I moved up, and then he gets poisoned.
Cool.
So that does, every attack does +1 damage on him now, and it prevents him from healing. As soon as he's, whatever. I already played the card. Once he does his healing, that poison token goes away, but you don't get to heal.
Right.
It stops the heal, but then it gets rid of the debuff.
Okay,
so
that's good.
Yeah. So I'm going to do Black Barrage. I don't have any dark elements out yet.
No.
So now we know if you can play dark, or if we have a team, another person that can make dark, they would work well together.
Yes.
So I don't know if the Blink Blade does dark. I haven't looked too much. I know he can do fast and slow, but probably the Bone Shaper, the Necromancer one, probably does dark, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I can't do a buff there. Range of 4. He's obviously within 4, so I'm going to do 2 damage to him, +1 because of the poison. So you want to draw my modifier? Come on, good. So it's 3 damage total because of poison, -1 because of the modifier. I don't have any dark, and he has a 2 shield, I think. Yeah, so it just absorbs the damage. So he's going to be a pain in the ass.
Yep.
So he doesn't take any damage from me. So now it's over to you. So you want to separate your cards. You know, what's the other one you did there? So what's your plan?
So first thing I'm going to do is put this persistent ability out. So all my ranged attacks have +1 range, and on my next 6 ranged attacks, I have +1 damage.
Nice.
And when I put the thing down, I get an experience.
Nice. So that's your first persistent buff?
Yes.
You got your token there, and
he
then
has a bunch of them. It's just a matter of how you go about.
Yeah, and the master, you want to use, you have
right?
to have like 4 of them out to get on the last. That's a tough one.
Yeah, yeah, and end a scenario with your character tokens on the last slots of 4 of them.
Maybe in
and
bigger missions that's easier.
There's usually 6 slots.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be tough.
Okay, and then your next thing, you're doing the bottom part of the card, right? You said.
Yes. A 3 damage attack at 2 range.
Okay.
And because of my persistent ability, it's a 4 damage attack.
Oh, and you add +1 to the range too, right?
Yeah, so it's at 3 range.
Okay, so you could, we're going to get templates, so you could actually drop the template right, 1, 2, 3, right on top of the priest.
Yes.
And if there was people around them, you could, it's an area effect card, right?
Yes.
So we'll get templates, and then, one sec here. That's a throwaway card too, so when you're done, you have to discard it. But
Yes.
it's 3 damage, and you would move your persistent on, so now it's 4 damage, right?
Yes.
And then, one sec. And then it's poisoned, so it's 5 damage.
Awesome.
Come on, now it's your modifier. Except a good 6 damage. Awesome. And then he absorbs 2 of it because he has shield. Too bad that didn't have pierce.
Yes.
I don't know if you have a persistent buff that gives you pierce. That'd be awesome.
That would be.
So you do 4 damage total. So he has 3 life left, and he's still poisoned. And that's your turn.
Yep.
But you have to discard that card now because it was a throwaway card.
Yes, it was.
I think when I play Gloomhaven, a good rule too is try not to throw away more cards than you have been in rooms. So we've been in 1 room, try to only throw away 1 card.
Yeah.
Then you'll have enough at the end. So when we go into this, that is 1 room. There's 2 tiles, but it's 1. Mm-hmm. So maybe throwing away 1 card there. Okay. And then if it's the last room, then you can go all out and just go ham and kill them. But if there was another room connected, don't burn all your cards. Only 1 per room. And that's a good thing to practice.
Yeah.
So now it's over to City Guard, not doing anything. Oh, the priest goes. I totally missed. So priest.
Yes.
So what's the priest doing?
So it's -1 move.
Yeah, and then it's going to heal. +1, target all allies. So it's not himself. Range of 1. There's no ally, so he's not going to move. So if there's allies on the board, he would move towards his allies that can heal the most.
Yes.
But there's no allies, so he's not going to move because that doesn't trigger that ability. But then he is going to buff himself. So, shit, it's shaking a bit. I was worried we're going to lose a poison, but it's only, that's leaving the card. It's healing all allies, not him. So,
Cool.
ready? Mm-hmm. So it's bonus. I thought we were going to lose a poison on him, but it's heal all allies. It doesn't say self because we've seen cards that heal self.
Yeah.
So he still keeps his poison. So that's
Cool.
awesome for us.
Absolutely.
But he does bless himself. So we got to get the bless card for the monster deck. And then that's going to go in his deck.
All right.
Okay. So that's a bless card. That's going to go in his deck. I don't know. There's usually like the M there. I didn't see any that said M for the monster bless one. I saw the... what's the other one it's called? There's bless. And there's the one that puts a -1. Bane or something, I think. It's been a bit.
Okay.
But I'm just going to put that bless card in.
All right.
We're not. It's not like we're gonna have like 12 of them in there or something. So, and we're not. We don't have blessed characters. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So that's gonna go in their modifier deck. And you don't shuffle it up yet. You just.
Cut the deck.
Yeah, you want to shuffle that part of the deck, not their whole deck, just that one, because you can't really stack it and put it at the bottom or anything.
No.
But you don't reshuffle the entire deck. You just put that one in the deck.
Yep.
And he's done. Now. And it goes to round 4. I forget in Gloomhaven, it's been a while since I did Gloomhaven. I forget if you get to the end of the rounds, like you get to 12, the game ends. Like you have a time limit. Oh. I didn't see that in this book anywhere, so there's no time limit, I don't think.
Okay.
So we'll do the next initiative. So we picked our initiative cards. I'm at 14, you're at 65.
Yeah.
So you have low initiative, but we'll see what's going to happen too.
Yep.
So let's draw for the priest. 74. Oh, he's going last. Good. Okay. So he's kind of slow.
Yes.
And he's moving less than normal. 1. Attack +1. Range 3. So he's going to try to range us.
Yes.
But we're going to get to go before him. So that's awesome.
Awesome.
So I am going first, then you, then him.
Yeah.
But we'll put the initiative markers down too. Are they already like that already?
Yeah, already.
Okay, so I'll go first. So yeah, we forgot the city guard goes at 50, so he's not doing anything but for targeting and other stuff.
Yeah, he goes before me.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first. So it's too bad I don't have any shadows on the board, or my Anger of the Dead could have been pretty nasty.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna move away so that you could go right up toe to toe to him, but you were talking about you plan to use your boots. So I don't know where you're going, but you said you were going to use your jump boots. So I'm not going to move away from him. So I'm going to use my persistent ability then. I'm going to stay there. Once during each of your moves or attack abilities, you can remove a shadow within free to gain 1 experience and add 2 to your move or 2 to your attack.
Cool.
And that's a constant ability that stays in play.
Cool.
So I'm going to use that ability. And then I'm going to attack with Anger of the Dead. So it's 2 damage, range of 2. And I don't have any shadows to make it stronger. So, staying there. I can't use any shadows to do my Strengths of the Abyss buff.
All right.
But it's 2 damage, plus 1 because of poison. So what's my modifier? 0. So 3 damage total. He has 2 shields, so I get 1 damage through.
Awesome.
Nice. That poison helped. And that's my turn. So now it's the city guard. They're just sitting there poking with a stick. And now it's over to you. So what do you plan on doing? You said you were going to use your boots, right? So do you want to activate them?
Yes.
What do those do?
So for my winged shoes, during my turn, add jump to all my move abilities.
Okay.
So I'm going to tap that. And I'm going to move.
So what card are you going to do?
I'm going to do...
Oh, it's a throwaway one?
Yes.
We were talking about not throwing away more than one in the room, but you wanted to get out of here, right?
Yes. I'm going to move 4. And then once I've moved, I have 3 damage attack. That's at 3 range. I'm going to be close, but that's okay. I'm going to do 3 damage attack, and because of my precision aim persistence ability, it's going to be a 4 damage attack.
Nice. Okay. You moved up in his face, but you can still do the ranged?
Yes.
I think it was in Gloomhaven, if you do range right in front, you have to do disadvantage. But when I looked up range, it doesn't say anything like that.
Okay.
Unless it's hidden in the book somewhere, so we're not going to do the disadvantage until someone says or we find it. I didn't see it when I looked on the rules on the first range page or something.
All right.
So you said you're doing free attack.
Yeah.
Plus 1 because of your persistent, so you move that down.
And I get another experience because it has the little...
No, you've moved it down once when you attacked.
Yeah.
The first time, right?
Yeah.
And you get another experience. And you get plus 1 range and plus 1 attack, right on it?
Yes.
Is that what the ability says? Plus 1?
Yeah. Plus 1 range and plus 1 attack.
Okay, so you're doing 4 damage plus the poison, so 5 damage.
Yeah.
Nice. And then modifier.
Nah.
So 4 damage. Minus 2 because of his shield. So that's 2 damage. So you do 2 damage to him.
All right.
And he has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you killed him.
Awesome.
Nice. So you killed the priest. Nice. So we'll put a loot token there too. So we didn't know if you would kill him right off the bat. But you can't do anything else with that one because you'd have to kill them with that ability to move your tracker back.
Yes.
Not the previous one. So that one will just go into your discards.
Yep.
The priest would go, but you killed him.
Awesome.
And then everyone else. So now it would go to the next round, and we'll do initiative cards. So there's my summon shadow card. So we'll see if we get that. I'm going at 96. You're going at 71.
Yes.
Nobody else is on the board, so you'll go first. So city guard's just going to stand there not doing anything.
Yep.
And then you're going to go.
All right. So I'm going to use the bottom half of this card to do the generic move ability.
So that would get you right to the door.
Yes.
And then you said, we'll see what's in the room, and then if there's someone right by the door, you can do the attack, or you might keep your crushing rate.
Yes.
So you'll move up 2 first.
So 1, 2.
And then we'll open the door, and we'll populate and see what's going inside this zone.
Okay.
Because when we look at the book, I think you got to read 5 free, and then we'll see what's in there.
Yes.
Okay. So we opened up and spawned in that room.
Yeah.
We got more free guards in there. We got more of our city guards in there.
Nice.
And we opened up the city too.
Cool.
Khaleesi decorated the inside of that library in there.
She did.
So you still have your crushing weight. You said there's no one right in front of you, so you're just going to do that as your persistent ability?
Yes.
So on your next...
6 melee attacks, add +2.
And you placed it, so you get 1 experience for placing it.
Awesome.
So when you open up a new room, and they haven't gone yet, or the new ones, even if they haven't gone yet, you draw a new card for them.
Right.
So if we already had ones in that room and they already gone, we would draw a new card for these guys because they haven't gone yet.
Okay.
But we haven't picked any cards up yet because we cleared that room, so we're going to draw. So let's draw for the archer. They're going at 31. Okay. For the priest, 23, reshuffle. And 55 for the guards. So we'll set up the initiative because I'm going at 96, so I'm going to go last. So there's new guards, so we put them in the initiative too. So the priest is going to go now, and I'm dead last.
All right.
So what's the priest going to do? 10 to the clan. Not move. Heal target free. So no one needs healed. So he doesn't have to move, so he's going to sit there, and his turn's done. So and you have to reshuffle the modifier deck. Oh, his ability deck. The modifier is the cards. The numbered cards.
Right.
So now the elite archer gets to go.
Yeah.
And he's not going to move, but does a ranged attack at range 4. So it's right there at the door.
Yeah.
So he's going to target you because you can hit. Because, where is it? It's 4 damage.
Okay.
You don't have any shield or anything up or anything, do you?
No.
Okay, so monster modifier 4. Ooh, 5 damage. So how much life do you have?
6.
Now, I think you can negate that if you discard a card. So we'll check. So what do you want to do then? Are you going to take the 5 damage, or are you going to discard one of your cards?
I'm going to discard one of my cards.
So it has to be in your hand. So which card are you going to discard?
No remorse.
Okay, and it's not lost, it's just discarded.
Yes.
Okay. So that's the archer's turn. After the archer's city guard, they're not doing anything. Then the guard's going to go. So the guards are going to do psych up. So they're going to move 1 less towards what they can get to. Attack for normal and strengthen. Advantage on all attacks. Remove at the end of turn. Okay. So we go by the number of the standees. So number 3's up there. So he's going to move towards you too.
So 1, 2.
The next standee is that one there. So that one's going to go in your face and attack you.
So 1, 2.
Okay, so number 3 would have got on the buff 1 till the end of the turn. And number 5, who just moved, will get 1. So we're going to put the tokens on there too. Because that one's not going to do anything, we'll move that one up 2, just so it's done already.
Okay.
Towards us.
So 1, 2.
And then that one's going to hit you with advantage. So, modifier, you draw 2 modifiers and pick the best one.
So...
Oh, there's the
That's the
blessed card.
first one.
That sucks.
And that's the second one.
So, and once that comes out, that goes out of the deck once they get it.
The blast?
Yes.
Ooh, cool.
I believe. I'll double check. So he's going to hit you for... It's no plus damage, so what does a guard do? Free, so 6 damage. Are you going to take it or discard your last card? So
I'm going to discard my last card and negate it.
Okay, so then you're going to have to do a long rest then next turn.
Yes.
Or short, depending what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's their turn. That was rough.
Yeah.
Lucky you had those cards to discard to negate it.
Absolutely.
And that's the guard's turn, so then it's going to go over to me. So there's 10 blessed cards total that can go into monster deck or ours, and once you use them all up, you can't put any more. I don't know if we're going to get to that situation before.
I don't know. That's kind of scary.
But once you use it, it gets out of the deck. You don't reshuffle or anything, so now that bless is gone.
Awesome.
And now it's going to go over to my turn. You had a good point, too, that you draw 2. You got rid of one of the +1s, too, so it worked out.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to move... I was going to use the throwaway move up 6, or should I move up 2? No, I should go in that room. So I'm going to see where 6 places me, and then I might move 2 or 6.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my throwaway shadow step. I'm going to move up to 6 and place my shadow where I'm going. So I'm going to go... To protect you, because you're going to do a long rest, I'm going to go right in between those 2 guards and put my shadow where I land.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you can move through allies in this one, which includes your summons, right?
5. Yeah. You're up there.
That gets thrown away. And I was hoping to summon my shadow, but it says this ability can only be performed if you remove a shadow from adjacent. I'm on top of it. I'm not adjacent. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it on top adjacent? No.
No.
So I'm just going to do a normal attack against one of the guards.
Okay.
With the just standard ability on it.
All right.
I forgot about Strengths of the Abyss. Once during your move or attack abilities, you can remove one shadow within 3. It is within 3. It's right on top of me.
Yep.
To gain 1 experience and add 2 to your move. I don't want to do 2 to my move. If I want to go forward, I want to protect you. Or 2 to your attack. So I'm going to add 2 to my attack. And it's constant and stays in place, so it doesn't say discard it after do the ability, so it just stays in there after I do it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add 2, so I'm doing 4 damage. And we have to remove the shadow. So we'll remove it after the attack.
Yes.
You got to remember. So my modifier, 4 damage to... Oh, we got to say which guard? The one that's right in front of me.
This one?
Oh, they're both in front of me. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to attack.
All right.
Oh, -2. Once I get perks, you can start taking some of the minuses out. So it does 4 damage total. So it's 2 damage to number 3.
Do they lose those strength things? Because
It's only till the end of the turn. The strength and advantage on all attacks remove at the end of the next... Oh, that's it. Remove at end of next turn. So their next turn, at the end of it goes. So it's going to be on next turn, too. They're going to get it.
Yikes. Okay. So it was 3, right? It takes 2.
It's bad for us, but when we get stuff like that, it's good for us, too. We get that, too, right?
Right.
And they have 7 life.
Okay.
And that's the initiative order for this turn. So it goes to turn 6. So we got to shuffle back the guard card, too, because it reshuffles their abilities.
Yep.
So at the end stage, I'm going to do a short rest. So I have 1 card in my hand. I'm just going to pick a card from random and I discard it. If I don't want to discard that card, I can take a damage and pick a new one.
All right.
There we go. So let's shuffle these up. Pick one from random. And that's my Forceful Spirits. Teleport to a hex. Was that? Ooh. Target 2. I don't want to lose any cards now. I'm just going to discard that one. I don't want to take a damage because we're right in their face.
Okay.
So that one will go into my discard and I get my cards back.
All right.
I don't heal anything. I don't get to turn over my items yet because it wasn't a long rest.
Right.
And I don't heal from resting. So, but I get my cards back.
Okay.
And my remains in place still stay in play.
Awesome.
So now we're going to do the initiative step. Ravens said you're going to do a long rest because you have no cards.
Yes.
So you're going to go at initiative 99. So we'll put your initiative right at the bottom. Because you're at 99. And then you get to choose one from your discard pile. You don't get to do it at random. So we'll let you pick and we can show what you're going to get rid of.
Okay.
So you're doing a long rest. And you got rid of what?
I'm going to discard this card.
What is it?
Sustained momentum.
Okay, so that will go into your discard pile. You're going at initiative 99.
Yep.
And I picked that card to go at 24. And then we'll pick the other ability cards for everybody else. So for the archer, they're going at 64. 1 damage. It's there. Okay. Priest. Healing. Okay. 23. That's before me. And guard. Ooh, 15. Attack and shield. That's going to be a pain.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll set up the initiative markers. Guards are going to go and try to Venom Shiva, so that's going to suck.
Yeah.
Then the priest is going to be able to heal. And then it's going to go over to me.
Yep.
So it's the guard's turn first. Then the priest, then I'm going to get to go.
Okay.
And I'm going to get shivved a bit, so I might have to discard some cards.
Yeah.
So number 3 is going to go first. So that's the guy right in front of me.
Yes.
So, and they have, till the end of the turn, they have their strength up, right?
Yeah.
So strengthen. So they get advantage. So, number 3 is going to attack me. So draw 2 and we pick the best one for him.
Okay. So first draw is +2.
I think that's the best one they have in there.
First draw is here.
So he's going to pick the 2.
Okay.
So that's going to do 2 plus, where's the guard? 3, so that's 5 damage. and it's a venom sieve, so I automatically get poisoned even if I negate the damage.
Ah, boo.
So I'm going to negate that because I only have 6 life. So I'm going to discard a card. But I'm still going to get poisoned. So I got my poison token, so I'm going to take +1 damage now until I get healed. And then I don't get to heal, I just get rid of the poison if you heal me. Right. So poison's a pain in the butt too.
Yep.
And I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, it's a heal, but I want to try to get damage out. And you have to be in my shadow to get healed, so.
Okay.
That's one of the X cards I wanted to try out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get rid of that one. So, because I haven't gone yet and you're number 99, I'm still a threat to them, so they're going to go after me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get shivved again. So, 2 cards because they have strengthen. Oh, that would have been nice. -2, +1. And we've said that they do... So that's 4 damage +1 because I'm poisoned, so 5. I don't want to take that too, so I'm going to have to get rid of another card.
Okay.
And I don't get double poisoned. Like, you can't have 2 poison tokens.
That's good.
I don't know if there's someone that does that. That'd be annoying. But you don't get another poison token. Because I'm already poisoned.
Yeah, that's good to know.
So I'm going to negate that damage from another card discarded.
Okay.
So I don't want to lose my summon, but I got other cards I want to try to use. And my loot card would be helpful. But I'm going to discard that.
Okay.
And they're not lost. They're just discarded.
Right.
And then that last guy, because there's no move on his card, it's just an attack. Oh, and they have a shield up. We got to remember that. If we hit them, they're going to absorb 1 damage.
Okay.
So that guy's just going to stay there and stab at air. So he's done. So all the guards are gone. Now the priest is going to go.
Okay.
So it's the priest go. So he gets to move up 0. His movement is 3? 2, because he's not. This one's not elite.
Yes.
So he'll move up into range so that he can do his heal. So he'll move up 1 towards the guard, right next to the loot. Now he's within 3 to do his heal to someone that needs it, unfortunately, which is the number 3 guy. So he's going to remove those 2. And the guards have already gone, so they'll lose strength now because it's the events on remove at the end of next turn. So yeah, at the end of technically their turn's done. I don't know if anything would remain in play. We'll remove them at the end of this turn. I don't know if there's something that comes into play with having tokens on them or something.
Oh, yeah, it's a good question.
Because it doesn't say their turn, it says the turn.
Yeah.
So he went. Unfortunately, that guy got healed. I was hoping to kill him.
Yeah.
And now it's over to me. I'm going to do Call to the Abyss and place 1 shadow within a Hex 2. So I'm going to put 1 right in between those 2 guards.
So here.
That's within 2. And then I'm going to do Fluid Knight and perform the attack as if you were occupying a Hex with a shadow, then remove it. And I place Dark. So Dark would go into Strong. And then I'm going to attack from that shadow and remove it and do 5 damage.
Okay.
I am going to attack the one that just got healed. So
3.
we're at so we're at 5 damage already. And then I got to do my modifier. Oh, that's awesome. So that's 7 damage. That would kill him, but he has shield on, unfortunately. Because he has... There's a priest guard. He has 7 life. So I did 7 damage, but he has a shield on, so he gets 6 damage. So he has 1 life left. And we'll remove that shadow, too, because I absorb it when I did the ability. And my turn's done. So it goes over the city guard. They don't do anything. Then the archer. So the archer... is doing +1 damage, range 5. I've already gone, but I'm closest. Oh, technically I've gone now. You haven't. So you would be the target.
Okay.
Because I've already gone, so I'm not a threat anymore. You haven't gone yet, even though you're not doing anything. You still have an initiative step.
Okay.
So I think you would be the target. That would how it would work.
That makes sense.
Even though you're not doing anything, you still have an initiative turn at 99.
Yes.
So I thought it was going to attack me. So and you are within. If you were in range of 5, you would attack me, but you are within range.
Yeah.
So he's going to attack you with +1 damage. That's an elite one too. So it does 5 damage total.
Okay.
So we got to draw the modifier. It's 4 damage.
Awesome.
So, are you going to take the 4 damage, or are you going to discard one of the cards in your hand? So you're going to take the 4 damage?
Yes.
Because you want to keep your cards, you said, right? And you still have your crown to heal back 1 too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're at 4 life now?
Yep.
Their ability cards will get shuffled back because they have the shuffle back symbol.
Yes.
Then it would go to you. You don't have any cards because you're initiative 99.
Yep.
So that would end the turn. So the dark would go down 1, and we're at turn 7. And we'll do the initiative step. So I'm thinking of maybe putting some shadows on the board, and then maybe doing, I have a move that I can target people from my shadows to make them get bleed. So I think I might try doing that. It's a throwaway card, but I'm gonna put some shadows and then try to bleed people. Because that way if one bleeds and he has 6 life already, he'll bleed out and die already.
Okay.
And it's a fast initiative too. So I think that's what I'm gonna do for me.
Okay.
Do you have an idea what you're gonna do?
Not yet.
Okay. So I'm at initiative 14. I got Anger of the Dead, and you got Vile Assault at 27.
Yes.
So let's see what everybody else got. What does the archer draw? 31, nothing special.
Nope.
Priest. 8. Oh, that's fast.
Yep.
And then guard. 15. Oh, they're not attacking and they're retaliating. So if you're right next to them, they'll hit you for 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll do the initiative order and see who's going first. And I don't have my boots to alter that, unfortunately, or I'd be at initiative 4. So those boots, too bad I didn't refresh them, right? That would have helped?
Yeah.
So, the priest is going to go first, then me, guard, then you,
Yes.
and then the archer. So, priest is going to go first. He's not going to move. Well, he has 0+ to his move, and he's going to do attack at range 3. So, I'm 4 away, so he would move up towards me 1. And then he would do attack -1. So how much damage does he do? 2?
Yes.
So it's going to do 1 damage plus his modifier. And it's going to disarm me, which means I can't attack till the end of next turn. Cannot attack, remove at the end of next turn. So I'm going to lose my turn this turn, and then next turn until the end. So I'm going to lose 2 turns. That sucks.
That really sucks.
So disarm's pretty strong.
Yeah, I didn't even know that could happen.
So what does he do to me? +1, so 2 damage to me. I'm at full life, I'll take it, and then I'll disarm, so I don't get to do anything this turn.
All right.
I can still move, I just can't attack.
Right.
So I am poisoned, so I would actually take 3 damage, so I'm at 3 life now.
Okay.
And then it would go over to me. So I was hoping to bleed people with my Anger of the Dead, but now that he disarmed me, I can only move,
Yes.
and I can't attack. So I'm going to place my hexes, because it's not an attack, I'm not targeting anyone.
No.
So I think I'd get away with that, because I'm
I
not
think so too.
hitting anyone, I'm not doing an attack. It's kind of like your bonuses. You're not attacking anyone, and that's the top of the card. So I think you could do that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I agree.
So I'm going to place my free hexes, and it's a throwaway card, and I make dark happen. So I place my free shadows with my card,
Yeah.
and I'm going to move 2, so I'm going to move up to where that loot token is. I'm just going to use the generic move on my card.
Okay. So, 1, 2.
And you want to take the loot token off, and then I'll pick up a loot. Because at the end of my turn, I'd pick it up. And then, what loot do I get? I'm looking for herbs, because that's for my personal quest. Lumber. Okay, that works. So now the guards would go, and they're just putting up shield and retaliate 2. So if we hit them, they're going to block 1 and hit us back for 2 if we're in range right next to them.
Okay.
And then we'll just leave that there and then shuffle it up later so we know that that's in play still for them.
Right.
So they're done. Then it's going to go over to you. So you're going to do your move 4 first from the bottom?
Yes.
From Deadly Shot. So you're going to move up in between the priest and the archer.
That's the plan. So 1, 2, 3.
And you can step on my shadow tiles. They're not harmful for you or anything.
4.
Some of them benefit you, like I can heal if you're on them and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was your move. And now you're going to do Vile Assault, which is a throwaway. So you're going to do 2 with poison, and then you add 2 because you... What one is it?
On next 6 melee attacks, add +2. So that moves up 1.
So that's 4 damage now?
Yep.
And you're going to target the poison one on the priest, you said, right?
Yes.
So we got to do your modifier.
Cool.
So that's 5 damage. Nice.
Yeah.
And after it, you do poison. So, and it has shield 1, so you do 4 damage.
Yep.
And it has poison now too. So the priest has only 2 life left.
Yes.
And then you still have the bleed attack one. You're going to target the archer, you said?
Yes.
So that's, you'll move your, so it's 4 damage and you get an XP.
Yep.
And your modifier. So just straightforward. At least it's not bad.
Yeah.
So he takes 4 damage and you wound him. So at the start of his turn, he takes a bleed damage.
Awesome.
Nice. So, too bad he's not elite because he would start his turn and then bleed out and die.
Yeah.
But he has 8 life. So now it's the archer's turn. And he's doing nothing special. So he's not moving. Well, he can move. He has 0 move bonuses and attack at range 4. So the archer will go. What we're trying to figure out too is that I think in Gloomhaven they used to go off initiative order because it even says at the start of that the guards are initiative 50 for targeting focus.
The city guard, yeah.
Yeah, the city guard. But if we're not going off initiative, I didn't find anything in the book, they go towards the closest pass that they can attack. Initiative means nothing.
Right.
For targeting for focus. So I didn't see anywhere in the book that has anything to do with targeting for initiative. I think that came up with Gloomhaven before.
Right.
So I'm not sure what that would go. And also with range was another thing that came up is before, if you have range, you would move away from your danger and move so you would still stay in range. I didn't see that either. Because at archer, if it has movement of 2, it would back up 2 and then target you.
Yes.
But it didn't say that either. So I don't know if it has to back up 2 or if it stays there and attacks you.
Okay.
So I don't know if anyone knows about that, can leave in the comments or see that, because I don't find it in the book really anywhere for range or anything.
Yeah.
Same with targeting focus too.
Yeah.
Because why would the city guard be on there? Because if it was initiative, the archer would move forward 2 and then shoot at that city guard right there. Because he technically hasn't gone yet, because he's still last in the initiative order.
Yes. And it says when they talk about the city guard that they're given that initiative number for the purpose of
focusing. Right? So, and then you look up focus, and all they say is that it goes towards, they focus on the closest pass to what they can attack.
Yes.
So if he was the closest pass, you're right in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the purpose of. It's weird.
Yeah, me either.
So we'll just play it out that it'll attack you.
Okay.
And he won't move, because you ever found out other ways?
Yes.
See how I might look into other playthroughs too and see how other people are doing it too.
Yeah.
So he's going to attack you for no extra damage, range of 4, and it's the elite one, so it's 4 damage starting. Oh, and it's bleeded, so he would take 1 damage. So he has 5 damage on him now.
Okay.
So he's going to attack you. What does he do? Oh, so that's 5 times 2.
Yeah.
10 damage. Think you're going to throw away a card for that one?
Yeah, because that would tap me out.
One shot?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see which one you throw away. So you're going to throw away Bloodletting?
Yes.
Because you want to keep some of your other cards that have a little more playability, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that gets
discarded.
And then it would go to the City Guard, and that's... They don't do anything.
Yep.
So, Dark would go down 1. We'd go to turn 8. Nobody's short resting or anything. I still got 2 cards. You're good too?
Yep, I still have 4 cards.
Okay, so we're not no short rest, and then we're not going to do long rest, so it'd be the next turn.
Yes.
So I'm going to use the shadows to attack with one of my moves.
Cool.
And then I remove it. And then, do you know what you're doing yet?
No.
Okay. So you're going fast this turn. You're going at 20.
Yes.
You're going to try to kill some stuff. And I'm going at 28. So let's draw their cards.
Archer first.
56.
Priest. 62.
Good. Guard, 55. Oh, that's the psych up. That came up before when he strengthens, right?
Yes.
So we're going first before them. That's good. And then
really
we'll
good.
set the initiative up.
Okay.
So initiative, you're going first, then me, City Guard, that's just standing there, and then the rest of them are going.
Yeah.
So we'll do your turn first.
I'm going to use my amulet to heal 1.
Okay.
First. So we're going to tap that.
So you had 5 XP now? 5 AP now. 5 AP, too many games. 5 HP.
Yes.
Okay, that's how much you have. And then you're going to do your...
I'm going to do Fortitude, the top half of Fortitude. So 3 attacks, but before applying any bonuses, because I have some, move the character token on one of your persistent abilities forward 1 slot, and then it says +2.
Okay. So you don't... Oh. You don't even have to pick the attack one. You could do the attack one because you're already automatically doing that one, so it moves forward one already.
Yeah.
So that's 2 damage already. Now you can choose to pick the other one if you want. Or you can continue the other one to move 2, but then it's gone. Because then it's off the board. So that's... If you move that one forward 2, it's at the end spot, and then the next time you do it, it's going to be gone. Or you can move the other one forward 2.
I think I'm going to move the other one forward.
Okay. So that one, does that push you into another XP part too?
Yes, it does.
So you get another XP. Nice. Because you have that mastery where you have to get at the end spot in like 4.
Yeah.
So that might
be tricky.
Okay. So you're doing 5 damage because you're buff?
Yes. And then it gets rid of 2.
Oh, because it has pierce, right?
It has pierce.
Okay, so what is your modifier?
0. That's
so
okay.
5 damage total?
Yes.
It has pierce, so it goes through it. So, 6 damage because he's poisoned.
Yep.
And he only has 6 life, so you killed him.
Awesome.
Nice. Okay, so then your next card, you're going to...
Use the bottom half of this one.
And where are you going to move? You're just going to move up 1, right?
I'm going to move here for 1.
Then you're going to attack the priest, you said?
Yes.
Not the priest, sorry, the archer.
Yeah.
So that's 3 damage plus... That buff's come in handy.
Yeah, for the melee.
So yeah, if you did that
one.
forward one, you would have lost that one now, right? So it's good that you could choose the other one.
Yes, I get another experience because it moved up 1.
How much experience do you have now?
6.
I got 4. We got some experience this time. That's good.
We did. And it has +2 attack, so it does 5.
Okay. And then modifier.
So it does 4.
4. Okay. And then he has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You killed him.
Awesome.
Hey, you're just mowing guys down now.
Well, and he took a move at the
he took a one at the start of his turn, but at next turn he would have bled out anyway.
Yeah.
So he's dead. So you got 2 more movement. What's that card? Where are you going?
I'm going to go pick up this loot. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to pick up that loot.
Awesome. Yeah, because we'll have a settlement phase after this, hopefully. Well, hopefully we are.
Yeah.
Unless we die.
I don't know.
See what we get from loot. We can start building shit, right?
Yep.
Okay, what do we get? Coins. Nice.
Cool.
And then it goes over to me. So I'm going to target the guard that already has 6 damage on him.
Yes.
And do Black Barrage against him. So we'll absorb the dark, so that would be gone now. And I'll do 3 damage. I'll get another experience, and I'll target him right in front of me. So 3 damage to him, and modifier. So 3 damage total, he's dead. Okay. So I'm going to use the bottom part to move 3, and then poison someone within 1.
Okay.
So the card has poison on it if he's adjacent to me, if I'm within 1. So I'm just going to pick up that loot, because I want to hopefully get the herbs for my personal goal, right?
Yeah.
So that loot token there is gone.
Cool.
And then what loot do we get? Hide. No. I'm looking for herbs. No hide. No hide, though. No herbs, but I got hide. So number 6 gets poisoned, because at the end, someone within 1 gets poisoned.
Yes.
And that's my turn. Shitty guard would go.
Yep.
They're not doing anything.
Yep.
And then the Algox will go. So they're doing Psych up again, so they're going to move -1. So what's their move right now? Normal is, so they're moving 2, and they're going to attack at normal. So let's do, what's in turn? There's 5 and 6 left, right?
Yeah.
So 5 is close to you, so he's going to move up 2 towards you, closest. And he's going to attack you. Oh, he does the buff after, so he's not getting the buff first. I think we did, don't know if we did that wrong last time.
I'm not sure.
Because the buff is the step after the attack.
Yes.
So he doesn't have the buff yet. So he's going to attack you at 3 damage.
All right.
So his modifier. So 3 damage total. How much life do you have right now?
I have 5.
Are you going to take it?
Because I only have 2 cards left. Yeah, I'm going to take it.
Okay. Okay, so how much life do you have left? 2?
2. Yep.
Okay, and then the other one is going to go, not even move because I'm right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to attack. Oh, and then he would get psyched up. So number 5 would get the strengthen token.
Yeah.
So he's going to attack me. Same thing. So he attacks for 3 damage, standard, and I only have 3 life left. Oh. I have no cards in my hand. Unfortunately. So I'm going to check what that means because I have no cards to discard. So I was worried I have no cards in my hand. I can't negate the damage, but you can pick 2 of your choice from your discard pile to negate the damage, which I'm going to do. So I'm going to take those 2 out. I was debating about the heal, but we're just going to try to go all out and kill these guys. Get it done and over with.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get rid of those out of my deck.
Okay.
So that's the end of the turn because the archer is gone and the priests are gone now.
Yes.
So now it's just a guard. And then we'll do... So Dark's already gone, so we're at step 9, and we'll pick our cards. And number 6 would have got strength in 2 till the end of this turn.
Right.
So first off, we both have 14. So I don't think that's come up. Well, I think we choose who goes or roll off or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll go first. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll look in the book. I don't know if you flip or whatever, but... And then we got to draw for the guard.
Because he's the only one left. And he's going at 30.
With -1 attack. Okay. So we're both going before him.
Yeah.
So we did check. You checked the second card to see if there's a tie. So I got 34. You got 61. So I am going first.
Yeah.
And if there was still a tie, though, then we pick.
Yeah.
So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use my card to teleport to the loot. So teleport to a hex with a shadow or adjacent. So I'm going to adjacent to my shadow there. Pick up that loot because I'm looking for herbs. So let's see what I get. Herb. Ah, more hide. Okay. Hopefully I'll be able to make some good armor or something from it. We'll see.
Hopefully. That'd be good.
And now I'm going to get angry and use Anger of the Dead. So it's 2 attacks at range 2. So the one right... Actually, I'm going to attack the one that has poison on it. I'm going to attack the one over there. 6. Number 6. That's his name?
Yep.
6.
Yep.
Remove any shadows within 3. All my shadows are close to me. And I get +1 attack, +1 ranged, +1... what is it?
Pierce?
Pierce, yeah. And +1 experience. So I'm going to remove all my shadows. I'm just going to try to kill this guy here.
Okay.
So I get +3 damage, +3 experience, +3 ranged, +3 pierce. So that's an angry move if you got your shadows out.
Yeah.
Because I think you can have 5 out total. And then they start refreshing, right?
Cool.
So I'm going to remove all those shadows and get +3 on all those abilities. So that's +3, +2 on the card. So that's 5. He's also poisoned, so that's 6. 6 damage. What does he have? -1. So 5 damage to him. Okay, so that one's pretty damaged. It has 5 life. It has 2 life left.
Yes.
So what are you're gonna try to take that one off the board?
Yes. I'm gonna use the regular move on the bottom half of Prudent Preparation.
Okay.
Twister to move 2, and I'm gonna go 1, 2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use the top half of Continuous Health to attack him at range.
Move a character token on one of your persistent abilities back 1 slot too.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, well, 1 would move forward because you're attacking range. Where's your one was ranged?
This one.
So that would move forward 1. Do you get experience for it?
No.
Okay, and that does +1 damage and +1 ranged, right?
Yes.
So you're doing 3 damage now.
Yes.
4 damage because he's poisoned.
Yes.
And then you can move 1 back.
I'm going to move it back.
That's a good idea. Keep it cool.
Yep.
So you're doing 4 damage total plus modifier. 3 damage. And then he had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's enough to kill him. Nice.
Awesome.
You've killed a bunch this game.
I did.
And he's dead. Good job. So now it's his turn. Now we got that. Hasty Assault. Move +1. So the closest one is me. So it's going to go towards me.
Yep.
Because his movement is 3. So he's going to go 2 only. But there.
Move -1, you mean, or +1?
-1. So he would actually... Yeah, that's okay where to move. I don't know if debate if he would go in front more because he can get you, whatever.
Okay.
And then is it -1 attack?
Yep.
+1 move, -1 attack. Okay. So his attacks are normally 3, so it's 4 damage. So what does he do to me? Probably going to have to negate this too. Ooh, 4 damage. I only have 3 life. I'm going to have to throw away another card.
Okay.
Card may lose 1 card of the choice and have 2 cards of the choice. Choose. I'm going to get the damage. They're not taking. Fuck me.
What?
The character may use an active When a character would suffer any amount of damage, they must either reduce their hit point damage. The character may use actively. The character may lose one card of their choice from their hand, or 2 cards of their choice from their discard pile to negate the damage. If they have not yet taken their turn, the cards they select during their card selection are not in their hand or discarded, and that could be lost to negate the damage, and therefore cannot be lost to negate the damage. Even if the damage is negated, effects or conditions from a source of damage are still applied. It's not discarded, it's the word card lost. The character may lose 1 card. It's not discarded, it's lost because you're losing it.
Okay, yeah, so we've been doing it wrong.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So we'll do it at the end. We'll see if people catch it. We can't go back and do it now.
No. Yeah.
So I was wondering, this is getting tough, but it's tough easy. Like, it's sort of been, some of these cards, that's what's throwing me off. I figured if you get damage, these should have been guarded.
We would have been toast by now if we'd done it that way.
Yes, because you would have.
But the other thing, though, is that I think we haven't been using the city guard properly.
So I'm gonna throw away that card, and we read the rules wrong because it says lose. I saw it when it says when you lose a card, it just goes in your discard pile. But lose, say it's lost, so it should go in your lost pile. That's why I think this has got a little bit easier. When you don't discard it when you take damage, you put it in your lost pile, and the card's gone forever.
Right.
So it would have altered this game a bit, but it's too late now to go back.
Yep.
We know now for the future games that if you take damage, you have to throw the card away in your lost pile, even though it said lose. That's the stupidity.
Yeah.
Right? And same with that city guard thing. We haven't figured out that was weird.
Yeah.
So this time we'll do it. I'm not going to discard that one, but I'm going to put it in my lost pile.
Okay.
So now it would go to turn 10, and we would pick up initiative cards. So you have no cards left, so you're going to short rest, right?
Yes.
So you get to choose one of the cards. No, it's random. So one of your cards gets lost at random.
I'll take this one.
So that if you don't want to lose that one, you can take 1 damage, or it just goes into your lost pile.
I can lose it.
Okay. So I'm not going to short rest, so we'll just do the initiative step. And it's turn 11. So I'm initiative 28, you're 32.
Yep.
And what's the guard going to do?
50.
Nothing special. Oh, he has nothing special too.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll be going first, then you, then the guard.
Yeah.
And then what guard? Oh, they're the same time as the other guard too, the city guard.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do my turn.
All right.
I'm going to move. I don't want to be right next to him. It would be good to have that poison on there, but I also want to get the loot because my personal quest is to find some herbs. So, and hopefully you'll be able to clean up and take them out.
Hopefully.
So I'm going to move over to that loot right close near the edge of the board there.
Okay.
I'll move 3 there.
1, 2, 3. Pick that up.
And then what's my range on my attack? 4. Okay, so I'll still be able to hit. So what loot do I pick up? Oh, awesome. That's a herb I think. Snow Sizzle. So that goes towards my personal quest.
Nice.
So now I would do poison, but I'm not next to anybody. Range of 1. He's too far away.
Okay.
And then I'll do my 2 attack. There's no dark that I can use, but range 4, I'm going to target him with that attack.
Okay.
So it's Black Barrage. You want to draw my modifier?
Sure.
So 2, 3 damage. And then he doesn't have any shield or anything up, or nope. So he just takes straight 3 damage. Awesome. Those will go in my discard. I couldn't, maybe when I'm editing, I don't know how many times we forgot to do that lost once I'm hit. I think it was more than a couple. It's coming to the end. It'll say that those are lost cards then. So that was 2 times, so I only have 1 card left. We'll play, so we'll see if that works too or whatever, but
okay.
And the next turn. So I think I've been hit more than, 3 or 4 times actually.
Yeah.
I forget how many times you were hit too.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so then it will go over to you next. So you're going to do... You wanted to do the bloodletting move, you said?
Yeah, well, I was going to move up to him and then attack him and use my crushing weight to add +2.
So that would be 5 damage total?
Melee. Yes.
Okay, so do you want to move him right up to him?
Yes. So I was going to go 1, 2.
Okay, and then 3 damage. And what's it say at the bottom? If you killed an enemy, what's it?
If you killed an enemy with his attack ability, move the character token on one of your persistent abilities backwards one slot.
Okay, so that's after if you kill him.
Yeah.
It will take place after. We'll see what happens. So, 3 damage plus move forward. Did you get an XP for that one?
No.
Okay.
But it adds 2 more, so...
5 total.
Yes.
That should be enough to kill him. Let's see. 0. So, phew, lucky that wasn't a minus. So
yes.
that's 5 plus a free I did is 8. And he's 7 life, so we killed him.
Awesome.
So we'll take him off the board because we'll play out the turn. The guard would go. They're not doing anything. So you'd put a loot token there. You would move back one of your persistent abilities if you want. You don't get the experience going backward. It's going forwards.
Yes.
And then that was the end of your turn.
Yep.
It would go to the city guard. They're not doing anything. So we're done. So how many cards did you have left in your hand?
Just 1.
Oh, yeah. So if you would have discarded that, you would have been no cards, too. So it's too bad we did that loss thing. I don't know how we'll justify it. We'll know that for next time now. So if we get hit, we lose the card.
Yes.
This is just a starting mission, so it's not like it's hard far into the game that we did it. But it would have made a difference for sure.
Yes.
Okay. So that's the end of the mission. So we'll read the book, too. Oh, we also didn't read the book when we came in here. When we... opened up the door, there was a little blurb to read too.
I thought we read
At the start of the game.
Oh, I thought we read okay.
So all the enemies are dead. None of the city guard died, so that's good.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to read 9-1, but we'll read we forgot this little blurb when we opened it. So do you want to read that?
Yes. You run inside the gate, and the breadth of destruction becomes quickly apparent. The town has been sacked. Smoke burns your eyes. What structures still stand are bright with fire, and the rest smolder, their flames like black torch skeletons. And all about the wreckage howl the Algox, celebrating their victory in an unrecognizable language.
Yeah, so that would have happened when we opened that door.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we finished the mission. I think we read 9-1. I'll double check. So there's a lot of reading when it's done.
Yes.
Raven's going to read that, but we'll put the timestamp if you want to just jump ahead to the settlement phase after.
Yes.
So we'll read this, and then there's stuff that happens afterwards we'll show. But Raven's going to read the story for this.
Yes. You lower your weapon and breathe as the remaining Algox retreat, scurrying from Frosthaven like giant white mice. They'll be back, you're certain of it, but for now you can rest. You wipe the soot from your face and take stock. Frosthaven is almost exactly what you imagine, a knot of gray stone and timber surrounded by sharpened palisade walls. A place where mere survival is an everyday concern and where only the desperate could feel at home. Thankfully, though, the townsfolk are tough. They're already on their feet, dousing fires and picking through rubble. In fact, one of those townspeople is marching right for you, a sharp-featured human woman with a fighter's muscular build, close-cropped hair and dark skin, approaches and offers a gauntleted hand in greeting.
We'll have to make that character maybe too. No, we don't have that for one of the... We have a female city guard there.
Yeah.
We'll make... Okay.
The sea be praised, she says, crushing your fingers with enthusiasm. We wouldn't have held out much longer without you. You nod and ask what happened. Oh, just life up north is all, she chuckles. I'm Satha, mayor of this fort, now that my predecessor and his lieutenant have fallen. As for the Algox, they've been at us all winter. Took them months to break through, but they finally did. Killed a dozen or so of my people, and would have done worse if you hadn't shown up. You explain who you are, and that you've been sent from White Oak. At the mention of the capital, her face scrunches up in displeasure. It's about time they sent someone to help fix this mess they've made, she says, then tries to lighten her mood. I don't mean to be ungrateful. I'm overjoyed, but to still be among the living. But a lot more people would be alive if your employers, the Merchants Guild, never stuck their noses in our business. I've spent my whole life here in what was once a fishing village, living and letting live with the Algox. Until last summer, that is, when the Merchants Guild sent some garrisons and bureaucratic types up here to see how Frosthaven could be more of use to the Empire. One of their expeditions proceeded to muck about in an Algox burial site, and the next thing we know, righteously angry Algox are attacking us. The ink stains immediately hightailed it out of here, leaving just a handful of soldiers behind to keep us safe. Satha clenched her gauntlet tighter and tighter as she tells the story, but now releases her grip. I've had to learn a lot of things in the last year. The hard truth is that the Algox refuse to be reasoned with, and the only way to stay alive and keep this place I call home is to win the fight, regardless of who started it. Her face softens and she clasps your shoulder hard. There's not many of you, but I'll take what I can get, especially now that our garrison's been thinned. And as it happens, I have an idea. She turns and gestures to the town's smoldering walls. We took a beating in that fight, so if we're going to survive much longer, we'll have to do more than just sit around and wait for the next attack. She sizes you up carefully. I've already sent a scout to track the Algox back home to the mountains. Drop your gear at any longhouse that's still standing and rest up. As soon as you're ready, I want you to get over there and find a way to slow these attacks.
So we're just resting. We're in the little cabin now?
Yep. The bunks in the remaining longhouses are all occupied by the injured, but you find a dry stretch of floor to lay your heads on your packs. You doubt you can sleep after the horror that greeted you in this little outpost, but before you know it, a young Valrath man is nudging you awake. Satha's scout has returned with his report.
That's the one thing I like about this game too, that you can make little stories with the characters we've had painted, right? So we'll use that. That used to be one of my D&D characters we made from Dorvenforge, so that will be the Valrath guy, right?
Hero Forge.
Hero Forge, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He tracked the attackers to the foothills of the Copperneck Mountains, where they entered a cave at the base of Snowscorn Mountain. Interestingly, a smaller band split from the main group before they reached the cave and hiked around to the mountain's deadly eastern face. The scout didn't see where they went, but he suspects a secret entrance to the Algox stronghold. One last thing, the Valrath says as you wipe the final dregs of sleep from your eyes. Another group is moving towards Snowscorn. They were Algox, no doubt, but they're dressed differently than the ones who attacked us. They carried long sticks and had some wild animals with them. I don't know if they're going to attack the mountains or reinforce it, but either way, you better get there quickly.
So we get the rewards. Gain 2x morale, where X is the number of city guards still on the map. So we were only playing with 2 people. I think if there was more people, there was more guards on the map too.
Oh, okay.
So we got 3 guards. So we get 2 plus 3 guards, so 5 morale. So we'll keep that, remember that we get 5 morale.
Yep.
So now we've unlocked new scenarios too. We'll go on our map, we'll show the map later, which is another cool part of this too.
Yep.
Because your map actually evolves. So we get number 2 and number 3. So you would get those stickers, I'll show you those in a sec. You are now able to form an outpost phase, read campaign rules starting on page 50. So I'm not going to read them all out on camera and stuff, I'm going to look at that and we'll figure out the outpost phase.
Yes.
So before we get to the settlement phase, we'll do the end of scenario.
Yes.
Whenever scenario is lost or completed, we do this step, right?
Yeah.
So recover all discarded and lost item and ability cards. You don't got to worry about that. We'll just keep those organized.
Yeah.
Remove all conditions. So I was poisoned. I'll remove that too.
Okay.
Remove all bless modifier cards from the attack decks. We already took out the bless that priest did in their deck, and we didn't do anything, so we don't got to worry about that.
Yes.
Gain experience from dial. So how much experience did you get throughout the game?
6.
And then I got 8, so we'll add that to our marker. And then gain gold from loot cards, so we'll do the experience first. So I had 8 experience on my dial, and I had 8 already, so I'm at 16. And because we're at level 1, we get 6 bonus experience, so I'll get 6 more. So I'll be at 22 experience. And then you did your experience, and you're at 26 now, everything, right?
Yes.
So you might, because we forgot to put it on camera last time when we did it at the end game, everything, but, so I have 22 experience, and you have 26.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't set it on your dial now? Your dial refreshes next game.
Yeah.
So don't put it at 26.
I'm putting it back.
Oh, okay. I thought you were putting 26 on your dial.
No. I'm putting my life back to 10 and my experience back to 0.
Okay. So you got 1 loot token worth 1 coin. So we would check the chart again. We're at 1. Gold conversion 2. So 1 is worth 2. So you get 2 coins. So you got 2 gold and I got 2 gold now.
Awesome.
Because I got 2 from last game.
Yeah.
And then I just got some other materials but no coins.
Yes.
Also for my personal goal, I got Solstice there, so I'll keep track. I need to get 4 more for my personal goal. And now I'll look at the settlement phase and figure out how that works. Outpost phase settlement, I think it is. Does it say outpost?
Yeah, I think it says outpost.
Outpost phase. Okay, so we'll look into that. So at the end of the mission, we did our battle goals too.
Yes.
I got pacifist. Kill 3 or fewer creatures. I killed 2. So I was able to get that and got a tick for my perks. And I got 3 now, so I picked replace 1 -2 card with a 0 card.
Awesome.
So now I'll take that -2 out because I hate getting that. There is some good ones too, but I don't want to randomly have a good attack and then that -2 comes out. So I'm going to take that one out first.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
And then your battle goal was be the first to kill an enemy, and you were the first one to kill the guard, right?
I was. So I got a tick.
But you don't have 3 yet, right? So
no,
the next
not
time,
yet.
we'll see if you get your battle goal, you could pick one, right? Because you got a couple good ones too.
Yep.
So in the campaign, they have these scenario flow charts, which are pretty cool. They show you which way the missions go, and you will unlock different things and stickers this way.
Yeah.
So we have it on the other side and it goes with the map. So we'll go and show you how that looks like. So that's the flow chart so far at the first missions. We already did, from the first mission, we did Howling in the Snow, and we unlocked that one. And then A Town in Flames we unlocked, and then it shows you that we unlocked mission 2 and mission 3. 2 after doing those.
Yeah.
So then you would flip them over. It's kind of like those advent calendar things, right?
Yeah.
So then I already took them out, and there's stickers behind them. That one's already gone. That sticker's gone.
Yeah.
And then it will show you after the stickers. So if we go to mission 2 or mission 3, it links to mission 4.
Right.
So whatever one, and then it shows you the flow. It would help you if you don't know which mission to do next.
Yeah.
If there's a little lock symbol there, that means you have to do mission 4 afterwards. All that means is that if we do mission 3, after that we have to go to mission 4.
Okay.
We don't have to lock and automatically go to 4.
All right.
And with those stickers, you get this cool map too that you put them on and shows all the different missions you go to and stuff.
Yeah, it's really nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's nice. That's the bottom part is our actual settlement. When you get stickers, you build it up and stuff too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Once we do the Outpost more of the phase, we might actually start building stuff, right? Because I know your personal goal is you want to start building shit, right?
Yes, it is.
So we'll see. And then up here, you'll see we already put, so there's a 0, 1. And you put, there's a box there. If you already completed the mission, you can keep track if you've done it. Because you can always go back and do the missions.
Right.
But you don't get if there's special treasure, you don't get to keep looting the same treasure. But if you just want to experience or try to redo the mission,
right,
you can do it that way.
Yeah.
There was Algox Offensive and Skelly. And then Town in Flames was right there. Yeah. So those are the stickers so far. And there's like a crap ton of missions. I think there's like 135. So
which is cool.
They're all over the map, and you unlock them seeing different things and seeing how you unlock the missions, depending on what you do.
Yeah.
So that's the map. So the next part is a building deck. This is the buildings we were showing on the map that are in your settlement at the start.
Right.
They go through what everything is there pretty good. You start with the Craftsman, Alchemist, Workshop, and Barracks.
Cool.
And they also state, when you first do it, the little exclamation point at the bottom there, you do those right away once they come up. So I already got those. The Craftsman is you add 1 and 10 item to the item supply.
1 intent item?
No, 1 and 10. The numbers.
1 and 10. Oh, okay.
So right now we can craft a spyglass or a crude shield.
All right.
Those are the things that the Craftsman lets us build right now.
Cool.
Alchemist, we can brew potions. Once you get 2 different herbs, you can make a potion. Then there's like the Advent calendar. I won't get it out now. It's over there and all the stickers and shit over there.
Cool.
But once you get 2 potions, it's like an Advent calendar. You would pick one of the potions. It's like a grid, and you match them up, and then you open it and see what potion you could make.
Oh, neat. That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I picked up 1 spindleweed, I think it's called, or something. So we only have 1, so we can't make any potions yet.
Right.
And then the workshop, there's different things you can build there too, depending on what we have in our supply.
Right.
And then you would unlock whatever the number is. You'd look in that section book, and it will tell you what would happen after you do it.
Right.
And then the barracks is where we keep our soldiers. And it says 4 soldiers, which worked out. We already have 4. We have a couple in the city already.
Yeah.
That we have. So we have 4 soldiers right now.
Cool.
Yeah, and when other stuff happens, it's pretty self-explanatory on here how stuff works. It's pretty good. They tell you how much it costs to upgrade them. And there's times when we all get attacked in the city, so we might have to fix our buildings if they get wrecked and stuff.
Right.
Because we get raided and stuff too.
Yeah.
Then they talk about the character sheets. We've already done that too. It goes pretty good explanation of how stuff works, where you put your resources, your XP and stuff. We already have those on ours. So that's Talina's and Rex's so far. Like there's your 26 XP, I have 22, how much gold we have. I got that perk at the top already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting my notes are for my personal goal. I already have this note system. I need to find some other ones, and then I get my personal goal. Then I can retire.
Right.
Too.
Yeah.
And when you retire, you unlock new buildings for the settlement, and you get new characters you can play.
Cool.
Because I think there's 11 unlockable characters too.
Cool.
And we already put our supply. We already did that ahead of time, but we might craft stuff. The stuff that we got from looting, you get supplies, and you can put them there in resources. If you want to craft something, it has to be in your resource pile. Okay. If you put it in the settlements one, which we'll go through in a sec, you can't craft stuff from the settlement. That's for building buildings and other stuff for the settlement.
Oh.
The only ones you can use out of the Frosthaven supply is the herbs if you want to make potions and stuff.
Okay.
It's basically you're putting stuff aside for buildings and stuff if you put it here. If you leave it in your resources, that's what you're using for building stuff for yourself, armor and weapons and stuff.
If you leave it in your resources and you die, you would lose it then too?
I believe so. I got to double check that. I think if you actually retire, it goes into the Frosthaven supply. But if you die, I think you drop. I'm not.
Okay.
We'll double see. Hopefully, it doesn't happen, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's a good question.
So the next is the campaign sheet. They go through what everything does here. Pretty good into the rule book.
Cool.
Explains how everything goes out. What you have to do with it too. We've already done. So every time you come back, there's weeks in this. So each X, we finish the mission, you would put an X on the timeline sheet. Once you get to a certain, there's points, sometimes story events come up there, like there's 32 free there when we get to that week.
Yeah.
Once you do 10 weeks, I believe it switches seasons. So we're in summer now. Once we get to the 11th week, we're going to be in winter. So then you would do different events during winter time.
Right.
And I believe in winter time, we can get attacked more. It's more dangerous.
Okay.
It's like the winter is coming type of crap.
Yeah.
Okay. The morale, I remember at the end of the mission, we gained it depending how many soldiers we have. So right now our morale is at 5.
Right.
The soldiers, we got 4. They already said that from the barracks. We started with 4, so we have 4 in our city.
Yes.
That's going to help when we get attacked. Inspiration we got because we finished the mission, and it's 4 minus the number of characters. So then we have 2 inspiration so far.
Cool.
Which is interesting. I don't know how you gain inspiration later, because if you were playing with a group of 4, you wouldn't get any inspiration. If you had 3, you would get 1 each mission. But an inspiration is used for, if you want to use it, you can use it for a material you don't have. So if we needed free metal right now, we only have 2. We could use an inspiration to get free another metal.
Okay.
And there's, I think you use it too for when you retire. You can do different stuff too. But right now, that's basically what we could be using it for.
Okay.
There's different events and perks for the town guards and other stuff too. That's going to come up later on. The prosperity. Once that builds, like if you get to 2, you can start building more stuff for your city.
Cool.
And it's also the level of new characters can start. So if we're at prosperity 2, you can start at level 2 type of thing, right?
Cool.
Because you can decide, we can put our characters aside and try a new one if we want, and they would just go inside and stay in the city, and then we can go back to them, or we can just abandon them, and then we lose that character.
Right.
So, but if they're just staying in the city, all their items and their personal goals and everything would stay until we go back to getting them.
Okay.
There's a spot there for the retired characters too. That will come up later too if anyone does their personal goal and then they retire.
Yeah.
So that's the campaign sheet so far. So they go through the town guard deck too. That when we have it set in the box, because there's a lot of cards, like literally thousands we said before, right in there, and we have more over there. There's the huge box that has stuff in it too.
Yeah.
But once we get to when our town gets attacked, they'll talk about the town guard deck too. We talked about the resources, what you can do with them, and some go into supply and some go into your own hand.
Right.
When you unlock new buildings, that's when you retire. There's envelopes in that big box that there's lots of those too. I don't know if there's 30, but I know that there's Soaring 21. There's a crap ton of them too.
Right.
That you unlock new buildings from retiring and other missions too.
Cool.
That's how you unlock new classes. So that's the symbols. We haven't unlocked any of the boxes because we want to be surprised on what they are.
Yes.
So those are all the different symbols, and you unlock new characters.
Yeah.
Item supplies talk about how about gaining blueprints, retiring characters, how items work there too.
Nice.
So we kind of went through some of that, but if it comes up, we can always reference to that too. Also, what's cool is if you, I don't have some of them still now, but if I've played the Gloomhaven one, if you have a new campaign, you can use some of the Gloomhaven items too.
That's cool.
Yeah. So now it goes into steps for the Outpost Phase.
Right.
So passage of time we showed you the X on the campaign sheet. Then there's an Outpost event. which are the events that happen during the city, stuff that happens going on. You would draw one of those in the Outpost thing.
Right.
So there's the summer events, and then there's the winter events. Depending on the season, you would draw them.
Yeah.
We already draw those. We'll show those in a sec, too.
Yeah.
Because we might make little scenes for those and stuff, too. Then the buildings, so then you would operate what the buildings can do.
Right.
Then there's downtime. That's when you can change your deck if you want to put new cards, if you want to mix stuff around, build stuff, upgrade buildings. That's what the downtime one is.
Yeah.
Different stuff there. And then construction, same thing. It's like building, doing. So, passage of time we already did. So the next is the outpost events. So that's sometimes there's attack events that happen. That's where you would use your soldiers and your town guard and see how that works. So we drew this event, and we're gonna make a scene for it. So, and we've already picked our one. We painted the snowbirds, right?
Yes.
So we'll go through that after, and we'll make up a little scene because we like making those with all the miniatures we have and stuff.
Yes.
But we'll show that later. We might make an actual video separate from this one because this one might be pretty long. We might make an actual separate video for the Outpost Phase and the road event that happens too.
Right.
So we'll read that after, and we already know the outcome for it because sometimes they can hurt you or injure you or give you bonuses too.
Right.
So that's for that one. So next is the building operations. So that's effects that happen from your buildings. So that's when you would trigger. So the craftsman, there's no effect. Alchemist, there's no effect. The workshop, you can build these different things too.
Okay.
And the barracks, capacity 4. We have 4 soldiers, so we can't do anything and build any more soldiers because it's already full until we upgrade the barracks.
Right.
Then the downtime step, that's when you can do any of these in any order you want.
All right.
So this is where you can level up the character, retire them, create. This is where we craft stuff, potions. We don't have a tradesman, so we can't sell items yet.
Okay.
Or purchase items. I think we need to build that first.
Right.
Purchase enchantments, we don't have that yet, but
Cool.
we can't do any of that stuff. Some of those yet. So right now we're going to do the build step and decide what we want to do with some of our supply to build up stuff, right? Because your personal goal is about upgrades and building too, right?
Yes. Construction about 12 different... experience the construction of 12 different buildings or building upgrades.
Okay, so yeah, if you upgrade the craftsman, that counts towards it, right?
Yeah.
Same if we build the boat or whatever. So we're going to discuss what we're going to build and let you know what we did. So in the build step, we decided to upgrade the craftsman and the alchemist.
Yep.
Which gave you 2 ticks towards your personal goal, right? Because you did an upgrade.
Yes, it did.
So you have to do 10 more, right?
Yes.
Because you have to do 12, right?
Yes, construction and upgrades.
So yeah, those counted.
Yeah.
So when we upgraded the craftsman, we unlocked the simple charm and the reinforced shield.
We did.
So it's a better version of the crude shield, but you have to use the crude shield and rubber to make it.
Right.
And the alchemist, we added 1 prosperity to our prosperity ticker now too when we built it.
Yes.
And now we can blue and distill potions. We figured because my character is looking to get herbs and stuff, she would want a better alchemist station maybe.
Right.
So that unlocked that. We also used up our inspirations because we didn't have enough materials to do it metal. So you can use as much inspiration, they said, to focus to build materials you don't have.
Right.
So we don't have any more inspiration, but we had 3 hide left and that snow sizzle I picked up.
Right.
That's not that. I thought there was a tick there. That was this piece of the eraser. We don't have that one.
Yeah.
We still have the 5 morale. And that's what we built so far.
Yeah.
So we'll show you, we know already because we read through that. We already have our pick. We picked paint the snowbirds.
Yeah.
So it's pretty funny, the story. We'll show it in maybe the next video. And then the road event we picked too, because we picked up that road event. And it's about eating a fire pepper, they said. And we picked try the fire pepper.
Yes,
so when we do the next mission, we'll show you maybe the scenario we set up for that, how we did it.
Yeah.
Because we got some characters we picked out to make the scenarios for it.
And we borrowed one of Khaleesi's peppers from her squigs.
Yeah. So either that'll be a separate video or it'd be the start of the next video.
Yeah.
We'll do it. We'll decide how we're going to do that one.
Yeah.
And something bad happened to us with the snowbirds. I think we got a wound token.
We did.
So we'll show you what happens with that. And the peppers, because of our keywords on our sheet, on our character cards, like you're an outcast, resourceful, or strong. Those are your keywords. Something came up with being strong was the pepper that helped.
Yes.
Because we figured we'd try the fire pepper to see because we thought it would be spicy and you thought you would be able to take it.
Yeah.
So being strong helped out.
Yeah.
And then for the outpost, for the snowbirds, we wanted to paint the snowbirds and try to catch them. If we tried to catch them, it would have been benefits because you're resourceful, but we didn't pick that one.
No, we didn't.
But we'll show you how that plays out later.
Yeah.
I'll also show you on the map too because we got new stickers. So now that we updated the craftsman, you put a new sticker there so it looks more upgraded.
Yeah.
Nothing, we didn't get a story event from it happen, but the craftsman's upgraded. And the alchemist is now too.
Cool.
So we need 4 prosperity to upgrade the alchemist again. So it won't be a while before we upgrade that. And I think we need 2 prosperity if we want to upgrade the craftsman next.
Cool.
So that's the Outpost phase. We'll show you the Outpost event and the road event at the start of the next video, or it'll be a separate one.
Cool.
Oh, thanks for coming out. It's long this time too. That's why we'll separate it, but
yeah,
had fun. It's cool.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like the whole thing of it, the whole vibe. I like playing the game. I like the little stories and everything. It's a fun game. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. And we'll see you next time.
See ya. So we set up a scene for the Outpost now too.
We did.
When we were talking about the songbirds. So these are the characters picked. Raven's just going to read the little story at the start.
A young man who runs a fruit stand and a fetching girl in the town guard have chosen each other for eternal bliss. Today is their wedding day. Against all odds, Zane, your friend in frequent need, is their wedding planner. He rushes up to you just before the ceremony in a mad panic. Big trouble, he whispers. Big trouble. Everything is going wrong. The groom wanted white snowbirds to be released at the end of the ceremony, but the box of birds expired in the cold. Don't worry, though, I've got it covered. I caught a box full of snow imps, and we'll release those. No one will be able to tell the difference, but they're naturally pretty gray, so I need you to paint them white. He thrusts a bucket of white paint into your hands. Thanks. Gotta go pick red tinberries out of the fruit salad I made. Apparently the groom is allergic. And the bride... or I guess that's just poisonous. Thanks. The ceremony starts in 20 minutes. You gotta be kidding.
So we had the choice, and we already picked before we set up the scenes and stuff too. We showed before in the video. We had to paint the snowbirds or try to catch enough real snowbirds in time.
Yeah.
And we said before that if we actually did catch the snowbirds, your card trait would have been able to help for us resourceful, but we decided to paint the snowbirds.
Yeah.
And I didn't have imps yet, but eventually we're going to get imps so we could actually sow the snow imps later when we have to fight against the Lowland one too.
Yeah.
But, so we picked paint the snowbirds. So yeah, there's the resourceful part. If we were resourceful, we would have gained 2 morale. Mm-hmm. But we picked that one, so Raven's going to read the story.
The snow imps are half conscious in a box conspicuously labeled "Do Not Eat." A liberal dousing of paint later, your arms are slashed up, but the imps look sort of almost kind of like snowbirds if you are distracted or blind. When the kiss finally comes, the cage is opened, and the imps are startled enough by the cheering and confused enough by the paint that they make a mad dash for the sky. It's a beautiful finale. Zane mouths, "Thank you," from the sidelines.
So it's a little wedding party that Khaleesi helped set up too, and she helped make the flowers too.
Yep.
And it just so happened one of the miniatures we painted really had the bird there. I don't have snow imps yet, but we were able to have a miniature. One of the guards actually has a dove we could use as a snowbird we were talking about.
Yeah, it works.
So because we picked that choice, we gained 1 morale, but all characters in the next scenario start with wound. So at the very start, at the start of their turn, we're going to take 1 damage each start of our turn before we heal it. So that's going to suck.
Yeah.
Because we got scraped up by the imps.
Yeah.
But we'll add 1 morale to our campaign sheet. So our morale's at 6 now.
Awesome.
And I put a wound token so we know the next game I'll start with wound. Yours has 1 too.
Yeah.
So now we know for next game. And then at the start of the next one, we'll show the little scene we set up for the pepper we did too. But that will be at the start of the next mission as a road event happens.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot one of the... I put those are one of the flowers that Khaleesi picked for the wedding.
Cool.
But it'll be in the display of her town.
Yeah.
Next time we play. So thanks for coming out.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.